Today we have Little People, Big Dreams, Ayrton Senna, written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara, illustrated by Alex G. Griffiths. Little Ayrton was the second son of a wealthy family from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He always had grazed knees and bumps from where he couldn't keep still. The only time he was quiet was sitting on his driver's lap, grabbing the wheel. Ayrton was just 4 when his father built him a go-kart to play with, but for him it was not just a toy. Everyone was shocked when he started the engine and made his first lap. It was like he had been driving his whole life. One day, Ayrton was brought home by a police officer who had caught him driving his father's car on the road. He was so small that he barely reached the pedals. The police first thought that a ghost was driving. Ayrton couldn't help how much he loved driving at his first official race. Most of the drivers were 15, 18, or even 20 years old. None of them could believe their eyes when an 8-year-old child overtook their go-kart and beat them all. Of course, he was not always the winner, but still, for him, every defeat was a chance to learn something new. Once, after losing a race due to the rain, he spent days practicing, even forgetting to show up for dinner. Before every race, Ayrton used to read a quote from the Bible. He believed in God with all his heart, and every time he jumped into his little rocket, he prayed to become the best go-kart driver in South America. Even though he knew he would miss his family and friends very much, Ayrton decided to leave home and move to England. It was time to try his luck as a single-seater driver and make his way to Formula 1. Maybe his first team was not the bookies' favourite, but Ayrton was ready to give the leading racers some competition. One of them was a French driver called Alain Prost. He and Ayrton got along as well as a cat and a dog. They became teammates and their rivalry a legend. In their first season, Ayrton and Alain won 15 of the 16 Formula 1 races. Still, Ayrton ended up one more than Alain, and he was crowned as the world champion. Japan, Monaco, San Marino, he memorized every circuit, knowing each curve like the back of his hand. Ayrton's mechanics loved reading his reports, which were already full of little tips and big ideas. When someone crashed during practice, Ayrton was the only driver to stop. He ran in front of the cars, turned off the engine, and saved his friend's life. From the day on, safety and competition became his number one fight. Ayrton won 3 world championships and more than 40 Grand Prix. Still, it was nothing compared to winning in Brazil, his home. He ended the race with a broken gearbox, so exhausted that he needed to need help to leave the car. Every time the engines roar at the circuit and a new race is about to start, the crowds remember little Ayrton, the bold, bright kid, loved by millions and missed all, the greatest driver of all time. See Ayrton Senna's timeline here, guys. If you like Formula 1, please like and subscribe. And that was Ayrton Senna. like and subscribe.